If you're not doing the most for your life, there's a fucking problem, and the problem's you. If you're actively not moving towards that goal, if you're not actively rising in levels instead of remaining that same low level piece of shit, then you're going to get nowhere and you're going to have no progress. And so when you look in that mirror, which is the reflection of you, and that you see that you're a fat piece of shit, and then when we look at your life and we see the reflection of you and we know you're a subordinate slave, you have to understand that you actually have to progress in life instead of remain in the same position being a stagnating fucking culprit piece of shit. So in life, there's two modalities. There's either you do the absolute most and you get the most of the nectar of life and that God energy, that high frequency energy to elevate you and others around you to choose and become more, to become a better person throughout life. Or you can be that bottle barrel scraping piece of shit who does the very least and distracts themselves through hedonistic behaviors and has to use substances and food and all this bullshit to distract them from what the fuck they are, which is that fat piece of shit they see when they look in the fucking mirror. Now, when you walk around as a grown adult, as a fat piece of shit, the kids around you, everyone around you, people look at you and you're a billboard reflecting mediocrity. So before you feel damaged, before you feel some type of way of the truth, you need to look in that mirror and you need to buy a gym membership and you need to start working out and you need to start getting better and progressing and being healthy. So when people look at you, we can see that you are thriving for personal excellence, and that's going to reflect in the environment. And by reflecting that into the environment, people are going to look at you and think, okay, maybe I should do this too. When you see somebody who's jacked, fucking veins popping out their arms, veins popping out their chest, you think to yourself, oh shit, I'm skinny as fuck. And that's a signal to you that you should probably get a gym membership too and start working on your fucking soul instead of being a jealous, envious, passive-aggressive, hostile piece of shit, vindicative, wannabe, coulda, shoulda, instead of just thriving for personal excellence. Because again, there's nothing separating you from who you are and the top individuals. The only difference is the work you're not putting in and the information you don't know. So get around individuals who have the information that you don't know so you can actually evolve through life. And instead of decreasing your lifespan through hedonistic pleasures like smoking, vaping, alcohol, overindulgence, and food like a fucking bitch, you better lock the fuck in, because there's people right now who have died because they are overeating. Their heart has exploded in their chest. Their lungs have gone black. And they fucking died. And to be actively doing that in front of people that are going to be influenced by your actions. So you are performing certain actions in front of people who are going to be influenced by your action. And understand that you walk around with a certain level of power. To influence outcomes is power. That's the definition of power. And to not have the power to constrain yourself and to move towards a better direction for yourself and to reflect that into the environment because you actually care about yourself, instead of distracting yourself from who you are, which is that fat piece of shit in the mirror, you have to actually look in the mirror and take responsibility and accountability for your actions. And if you're not going to do that, well, just know that you're a bitch and the power that is deep within you, fuck you, and you're inferior as fuck. Because I see too many people that have drifted and circumnavigated themselves into negative situations, into negative outcomes. They look at themselves and they hate the body that they have. They look at themselves and then they drown themselves in the body, in the fucking bottle, in the fucking smoke, in the cigarette, in the weed. You're either gonna lock in on your life and you're gonna look in that mirror and you're gonna take absolute accountability for who you are and what you've done, and you're gonna do everything to dig yourself out of that pit, and you're gonna be relentless with your pursuit to become better so you can become a better person, and through becoming better, other people will take notice and become better themselves. Or you can remain that fat, inferior, fucking piece of shit bitch who has the power to change other people's lives but chooses not to because they're so self-absorbed and so narcissistic and egotistical that they forgot that they're a walking billboard, and to the people that are around them, they are reflecting a level of mediocrity that we should never choose to be or become, because fuck that and fuck you if you're choosing less. As a human, we're designed to be the most, to do the most, and to earn everything we need in life. And if you're not going to earn everything you need in life, then kiss my fucking feet, because I'm better than you in everything. And matter of fact, you should take notice to that so you can actually be better than everyone in everything as well. You either doing the most or you're doing the least. And if you're doing the least, you're rendered inferior. We're casting you on the sideline. You're going to remain in the abyss you chose to stay, which is the abyss is just a reflection of you, which is that fat ass piece of shit, and which is that broke ass piece of shit, which is that addicted piece of shit. And you're going to remain a piece of shit. And I'm going to continue to throw the self-development in your face until you realize you're a piece of shit and make the move to not be a piece of shit, bitch. So again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit because the truth is bitter raw, right? So your sugar sweet. So we're not going to play into your fucking victimization shit. Get the fuck up and do something with your life that you live once. And I'm going to shout this shit in your fucking face. Lucky I can't reach to the camera and grab you by the neck to understand and enforce the fucking velocity of life to corrode your spine and mind, to understand that you've been failing yourself and to be a habitual failure, to sequence yourself into failure outcomes by being a failure, by not choosing the most for yourself, by not caring enough for your health, to actually make a choice of improvement, to actually make a choice of being a better individual by being and becoming more. Well, again, you're labeled inferior. Now you can go ahead and you can get on the self-development program where we give you a macro count so you could track your calories. We give you a workout plan so you could work out the negativity that remains in your body, and you could join the self-development community where you could find inspirational, not motivational. You should be motivated like infinity, bitch. The fuck you need motivation for? Look in the mirror, bitch. A cup of accountability is your fucking motivation, you piece of shit. If I was you and I looked in the mirror, I would be motivated to not be what the fuck that is. What the fuck is that shit? Piece of mediocre shit. That's what the fuck that is. So you get into the program, you go into the community, and then you read the information, which is going to inform and interfere and integrate a higher level of thinking to yourself, and then you can become a better individual by integrating higher levels of inspiration to inspire you to take action instead of being a novice, low-level piece of shit reflection of what never to be in life that's going to be a habitual failure and continuously just fall down the ladder instead of start climbing to be a man, to be that woman, to be that superman, to be that superwoman for your people. You're not doing this for anybody but the people around you. Everyone's validation, fuck your validation. I'll validate myself. And until you could take a notice of that and start validating yourself as well, remember that you're actively creating a hell that you believe you can't escape. But I'm here to tell you that you can't escape. The only person that's stopping you is you. So you can join the crew and lock in on your life, or you can remain that inferior, bottom barrel scraping, low level piece of shit bitch. Peace.